Hi everyone, as I was reading my daily motivational quotes for the morning and listening to my favorite podcast, I had this urge to share some of the quotes that helped change my life with you. I don't know if you're on the same path as I am, but I hope you'll find one or a few that really inspire you or comforts you. I decided to add these quotes, some little drawings, and images from my travels that help reflect the mood of the quotes into my journal/sketchbook. This way I can just flip back through to the section if I need a little push in the right direction. Ever since I could remember, I had this pull to do something more with my work, my life, and my art. I went to college and during my junior year, opened a summer nonprofit workshop as part of a fellowship. I had this desire to use my love of art to help inspire children who didn't have art in school, but I was honestly so lost in my purpose. Then I tried my hand in a couple of independent fashion shows, then tried teaching a little bit, and I loved that and learned so much from the experience. After that, I wanted to start my first Etsy shop to try to sell my work while I was working full-time as a graphic designer, but that didn't really go anywhere. Then came YouTube on and off, and through every single one of those trials, I would doubt myself. One of my all-time favorite and super short but effective quotes is by Susie Kessam, and she says, "Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will." The first time I read this, it was almost like a sudden realization because it is the truth. This one quote is kind of the beginning to my love of all quotes. I think hearing very successful people talk about relatable experiences allows me to see that I too can become successful. And so on the next few pages, I have quotes that kept me going and are still keeping me going. I read these so many times. I have an image of me climbing some rocks during a hike, and below that is a quote by Michael Jordan. He says, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game's winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." Then on the next page, I have 5 quotes. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off your bowlines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. By Mark Twain. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. Rikki Rogers. The next one is from my favorite podcast by Brooke Castillo. She says, "Self-doubt does not mean something has gone wrong. It means you're growing. It means that you are in the process of overcoming and becoming the person that you were truly meant to be. Self-doubt does not mean turn around and go home. It means you're on the right path." By changing nothing, nothing changes. Tony Robbins. This is a memory of a trip I took with my family to the Hudson Valley in New York, overlooking old train tracks and the beautiful ruins of Bannerman's Island Arsenal. Below that, it says, "When you take risks, you learn that there will be times when you succeed and there will be times when you fail, and both are equally important." Ellen Degeneres. I think that we get so caught up in what others think of us and our work that we become a little timid and very doubtful. I also saw failure as proof that I can't achieve my goals. But then after reading a few of these, I have come to the conclusion that failure is only proof that I'm trying. And the more that I try, the more that I practice, the more confidence I will gain. But it all starts with understanding and accepting failure and the low times as part of the process. As I got into collecting more quotes and listening to more podcasts, I started realizing that if I wanted to be the best version of myself, then I can't keep holding on to my past struggles and letting all of my uneasy experiences burden me. I can't live today with the heavy mindset of yesterday, and I truly can't build a future by carrying all of the negative emotions. So in the next few pages are quotes that really helped me to understand the power of going forward with kindness. Ellen DeGeneres, someone whom I'm so inspired by, once said, "True beauty is not related to what color your hair is or what color your eyes are. True beauty is about who you are as a human being, your principles, your moral compass." If we learn to open our hearts, anyone, including the people who drive us crazy, can be our teacher. Pema Chodron. Here's a view of the changing autumn landscape from a hike I did a few years ago. Below it is a quote that says, "In life, you can never be too kind or too fair. Everyone you meet is carrying a heavy load. When you go through your day expressing kindness and courtesy to all you meet, you leave behind a feeling of warmth and good cheer, and you help alleviate the burdens everyone is struggling with." Brian Tracy. To add to that, you also relieve all of your own burdens. I can't quite explain it, but basically, when you can be kind to others, you're not allowing the negative emotions to control your actions. I think Amelia Earhart explains it a little better. She says, "No kind action ever stops with itself. One kind action leads to another. Good example is followed. A single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions, and the roots spring up and make new trees. The greatest work that kindness does to others is that it makes them kind themselves." I loved how this turned out. It is so simple, but there's so much meaning within these few pages. I hope this video helps you to move forward in a positive light and overcome any form of doubt. Please follow me on Instagram for any updates on what I'm working on, and thank you so much for watching and listening to my thoughts. I hope you have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye!